Aloha Headsets, it's your boy Frank. Did you like models growing up? I sure did, and I'd probably still be doing them. And thanks to today's game, I can live out all my model fantasies without all the mess. If you don't know already, I'm talking about Fantastic Contraption from Northway and Radio Games. The people over at Radio Games were kind enough to hook your boy Frankie up with a review copy, but don't let that worry you. My opinion cannot be purchased, and these views are my own. So, without any further ado, enjoy your Frank review. Originally created as a Flash-based browser game in 2008, Fantastic Contraption is the brainchild of Colin Northway of Northway Games. A key innovator in the virtual game space, Northway is a pioneer in mixed reality media, which he used to create the trailer for Fantastic Contraption. The simple physics game was played by millions of users and over 12 million contraptions saved over the years. You can still play it online for free, and although the browser game led to iOS sequels, Northway knew that creating a VR version would need to be designed from the ground up. Then, on April 5, 2015, Fantastic Contraption launched alongside the HTC Vive and has since continued to receive wonderful praise. An Oculus Touch version was also released on December 5, 2016, and that same year it was announced that Radio Games would be handling the PlayStation VR port. And after a few delays and an early unpatched release on the PlayStation Store, the game officially released on July 11, 2017 for PlayStation VR. Now, the original VR version was built to be played in a room-scale environment, which, as you all know, is impossible to achieve yet on the PlayStation VR, so their first job was deciding what would stay and what would have to go. Now, although the room scale is gone, you will have the option to resize and reposition the play area to a spot you like. I started with the smaller model size play area, but after realizing I could hold down the square button and go back to the resize menu, I tried a giant and it was so much fun. There is no level designer, but with thousands of ways to complete each of the 50 levels, there really isn't a lack of things to do. Each level presents you with a red orb or object that you have the job of moving from the play area to a designated space outside the play area. The game does a great job showing you the basics, and after about level 5, they hand you the reins and the real fun begins. What's great is just how well everything works. Resizing the sticks, reorienting the wheels, or just moving your entire contraption altogether can be done with a click and a gesture. At first it took me a minute to figure out exactly where everything was and exactly what everything did, but that was really part of the fun. Finding out I could use something in a different way or realizing I had missed something altogether led to a bunch of aha moments that I don't want to share and ruin for you. The way you save your in-game contraptions is one of the coolest things I have ever seen in VR, and I really do hope that other developers take note. Now, I'm not too old, but I loved my Tinker Toys when I was little, and it truly does feel like they finally made it to the next generation, except they're alive and I now have a goal to accomplish. All of your tools are held inside a green cat that you can move around in the environment. You have access to wheels, support sticks, bendy sticks, and super glue, and with all these tools, you can truly build anything your heart desires. Want to build a wall crawler? If you have the patience, you can do it. All the tools can be resized and adjusted to fit the exact specifications as you desire, and when it's ready to go, just hit the move button and the action begins. You can also press it again to restart. The game was built for seated and relaxed play, although standing works wonderfully as well. Unlike the Vive version where the contraptions are as tall as you, when playing on PlayStation VR, you feel like you're playing with little models. It really is great fun, and we also have some unique levels that are only available and were built with PlayStation VR in mind. Now, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, but don't worry, it's pretty damn close. Tracking wise, this baby is solid, but on occasion the balls on your move controllers will overlap a bit, and this leads to some jumpy pieces that otherwise have near surgical precision. I'd also love the ability to move the world around in real time so I could get a much better view of the action or my overall goal, and sometimes disconnecting pieces can get a little frustrating. Although, overall I had an amazing experience with the game, highlighted by the gorgeous graphics and smooth gameplay. I only play on PlayStation 4 Pro, so I do get a smoother play area, higher resolution textures, improved backdrops and scenery, additional special effects, extra island decorations, and super sampling, which leads to a much crisper experience. The game really does look stunning, and I've heard it plays and looks almost as nicely on the OG PS4 as well. It also strikes me as a title that will not cause you any motion sickness whatsoever, considering the world will never really move around you. I was excited to check this one out, but I still wasn't sold at first. Although, after spending some time in a world of Fantastic Contraption, I know it's one that will keep me coming back again and again. So what you think? Gonna grab this one, pique your interest? You just gonna say forget about it? Let me know in the comments. As always, thank you for coming through. You're beautiful, the most amazing audience in the world. Give yourselves a round of applause, a thumbs up, and if you think I deserve it, give me one as well. But more important than all of that is that if you want to stay up to date on everything PlayStation VR and you don't mind this ugly mug, friggin' subscribe. I mean, come on. Smooches, you're great. Enjoy the game. I love it. It's tight.